Hi, my name is Linda Sloan, and I'm a real estate agent with Prudential Palms Realty. From time to time, I'd like to share with you some important information that'll be very informative and helpful. So please sit back and enjoy this compelling video from our CEO, Helen Sasso.
Welcome. My name is Helen Sasso. I'm the CEO of Prudential Palms Realty here in Sarasota, Florida. And with me today I have a guest, Eileen Rice. Welcome, Eileen.
Thank you.
Eileen is a loan officer with our sister company, Preferred Lending Services, which provides mortgages for the buyers of many of our properties. And we're here today to tell you about a brand new plan that we're so thrilled to be able to bring to the marketplace. It's called
The 24-month Payment Protection Plan.
We've had great accolades on this program. It provides confidence for a buyer when they're buying a property because now they have the ability to not worry about a job loss and being able to make their mortgage payments. Eileen, would you tell everybody why we decided that this was a great program to introduce at this time?
Well, one of the most prominent things I think that I myself, as well as the realtors, are hearing from potential buyers is they're most eager to go out and possibly buy a house. But with the economic crisis being what it is today, they're a little concerned about, well, what if I lose my job? And if I lose my job, that means I'm going to lose my home. So as a result of hearing this time and time again, we thought that there should be something that we could bring to the market that would help comfort them and offer them a little bit of peace of mind.
And the way I understand this program, it actually has three components. One is a job loss mortgage payment protection plan. The second one is credit counseling. And third is the emergency funding program. Let's talk a little bit first about the mortgage payment protection plan. Just exactly how does this work? If I know I'm going to lose my job next week and I'm buying a house today, should I apply for this?
Well, it's not for somebody that knows they're going to lose their job next week. This is for somebody that has a job, that is comfortable with the job, but in the back of their mind, there's always that possibility that he could be laid off, that the company could close down. It's for somebody like that. It's the unexpected unemployment. And that kicks in 60 days after they close on the house. And what that would provide for the buyer is up to $1,800 of their mortgage payment will be paid for 6 months out of a 24-month period. What goes along with that is they must be able to be collecting unemployment. So it's a twofold thing. You could be collecting unemployment benefits, and we will be paying $1,800 towards your mortgage payment for 6 months during the 24-month period.
Is there a price limit to the house that a purchaser must buy?
Absolutely not. It can go from a $50,000 home, which there are many, up to $1 million, $2 million.
So even though the $1,800 may not cover the mortgage payment at $900,000 or $700,000,
it would cover $1,800.
It covers $1,800.
Same being said, if your payment is only $1,200, it's only going to cover $1,200. They're not going to give you $1,800 if there's only $1,200 due.
Good point. I'm glad you brought that out today. If a husband and a wife are both employed and the wife loses her job, does that mean that there is no coverage that's applicable because the husband's still employed?
No, absolutely not. She still qualifies to be getting a portion of her mortgage payment, which, by the way, includes principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So let's say perhaps they've maxed out on their $1,800, say that's their payment. If she loses her job and say her income level was 30% of the 100% income that the family brought in, she would only get 30% of that payment.
Whatever the payment is, whether it's $1,200, $600, $1,800,
and the same would apply if he lost his job, and that was the higher amount, then it would be 70%, then they would qualify by 70% of the total maximum payment that was due.
So what you're saying is if the husband was 70% and he lost his job, they'd pay 70%. If the wife is 30%, she lost her job, they'd pay 30%.
Correct.
Great. Have you had a great response to this program so far?
Tremendous, tremendous. The buyers are so excited that they thought that they have a cushion. That's what they look at it as, a security cushion in the event that the husband or the wife does lose the job. That they have the ability within 6 months to be able to land another job and to be able to pick up the pieces.
What is the cost of the program?
The cost of the program is nothing to the buyer. It's free to the buyer. It's the seller that provides the buyer with this policy, and it's $550.
So the buyer can't pay for it if the buyer chooses to?
The buyer cannot pay for it. No one can pay for it other than the seller. The realtor cannot pay for it. No one. It has to be actually funded by the seller.
does this have anything to do with the $8,000 tax credit or first-time home buyers, or does this apply to everybody?
No, this has nothing to do with that. That's an entirely different package that has been presented. This is separate than that, and this is not just for first-time home buyers. This can be a second home. You can actually have this policy on a second home. It could be for somebody who owned 4 and 5 homes previous in their life, and they're buying yet their last home.
So it has no income limits. It has no sale price limits, no borrowing limits. It has nothing to do with any of that.
The only limit it has an age limit. The age limit of the borrower has to be between 18 and 66.
Now, what if I'm refinancing my property? Does this only apply to a new purchase, or can it also apply if I'm taking a loan through your company, Preferred Lending Services, and I'm doing a refinance?
It applies to any new loan. So if a refinance is a new loan, it is applicable to that as well.
Let's talk a little bit about the credit counseling or financial counseling. Doesn't mean that the borrower is in trouble. They're just more or less counseling the buyer on how to manage their money. Is that correct?
Correct. Well, when you buy a home, it's a big responsibility, and we don't always have all the answers about how to manage and budget our finances now that we have a home. So this program has an outlet where they can call and discuss, well, should I be doing this, and perhaps should I be buying a car at this point in time? So it's a great counseling program just to help them understand what their budgets really would afford them to do.
But if I'm the buyer and I'm a financial wizard or a financial planner, do I have to always be through this counseling program?
No, you don't. It's elective. You can participate in it if you'd like to, and then if you don't want to, you don't have to.
Great. Can you tell me a little bit about the emergency funding program and how that works?
If somebody has an unforeseen hardship, so you have to be able to, support that it was a hardship. In the event of, say, unexpected medical bills, car repairs that they can't be able to pay, a roof damage, a water leak in the house that created much damage.
So you're telling me it doesn't even have to be a house repair? It could be something other than that?
As long as it's a hardship and it was an unforeseen expense that they're having trouble paying, we'll come in and oversee it and look at it and pay a portion, if not all of it.
Oh, that's tremendous. That's a tremendous plus. Okay, so just to recap on what we've spoken about, this is a great program for both buyers and sellers, and it's good for the buyer because
it provides them with the security to know that they have a 24-month period that they can have their payment. If they had a job loss, that their monthly payment will be paid for up to $1,800 for up to 6 months. They also have a toll-free number to call anytime, 24 hours a day, by the way, with regard to any type of credit counts or any questions they have with regard to their budget needs. And then most importantly, if anything unforeseen, a disaster, if the car breaks down or they need repairs or they were in the hospital and they're not able to make their hospital bills, that also is looked at and taken care of.
That's wonderful. And then it's great for the seller too, because now the seller has a program that makes his house stand out against the other houses that are in the marketplace. Remember, the 24-month mortgage payment protection program is an exclusive program brought to you by Prudential Palms Realty through our affiliate company, Preferred Lending Services. If you have any questions in regard to some of the material, feel free to go to our website, www.prudentialpalmsrealty.com, or call your local Prudential Palms office at 941-926-7000. Eileen, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
I hope you enjoyed hearing about our 24-month payment protection plan and how it helps both buyers and sellers. Please look for some of our other segments on topical real estate matters that are important to you.
Thank you for watching our presentation. If you have any questions, please contact me, Linda Sloan, at 941-650-8906, and please visit my website, www.sellingforacure.com. Remember, I donate a portion of all of my real estate commissions to breast cancer research. Please check back with me for more candid interviews and insightful topics from today's newsmakers.